Welcome, dear viewers, to Couch Warrior TV on YouTube. I am the Couch Warrior, and you are watching The Black Prince. We are about to continue our adventure with Okan. When last we left off, we had just recovered the white phial, having defeated all the Draugr here, and now we are on our way back to Windhelm, with a lot to think about. All right, so let's do it. Let's break out of this business. All right. Off we go. So Okan has recovered the white phial, and when we decided to go after the white phial, we did it primarily because we thought that it could be a useful relic. Now, Okan has done enough homework to understand that the white phial has some really powerful characteristics that could be very beneficial in our mission. However, we discovered, unfortunately, that the white phial was cracked, which basically makes it useless. So, at this point, we're going to return it to Nurelion and see if we can make some money back on this venture. It's no good to us, but possibly we can still generate some money from it. That's what Okan has got on his mind at the moment. Now, it wasn't a complete waste of time. Between episodes, I went through that entire area and looted what was there. There were lots of alchemy ingredients. And some of those are alchemy ingredients that we haven't found yet. A couple of them were. So we learned some new things and got a pile of new ingredients and different things like that. There was also a skill book there, which was also good. So it wasn't a complete bust, but overall, I mean, the intended purpose for going in there in the first place was to obtain the white phial. Thinking that the phial itself may help us in our mission, turns out it can't. So that sucks. Freaking wolves. Where is it? It was hot on our heels there. Oh man, I don't know what happened there. That wolf came after us. Never got a look at him, though. Got him. Ooh. Unexpected brush with the undead. Some skooma. A little bit of gold, not too much. We'll take all the gold we can get, though. That helps the cause. What we got here? Steel. We can use steel, too. All right, let's see what we can do here. Okay. Close. We're on to it now. There we go. Very good. Not carrying that. Look at that. More valuable than the armor and less weight. So we'll take that and sell it. Okay. Let's continue on. Hey, everybody out there. Thank you for coming back to the story. I hope you're doing well. I am doing fine. I'm getting things on track here. Kind of trying to get my schedule together. Now, as I've mentioned, I want to make sure there's no confusion about what I'm doing here in terms of production schedule. What I'm attempting to do is produce at least one episode of The Black Prince per week. However, when I have extra time, the plan is to produce bonus episodes, okay? So what you're getting right now is a lot of bonus episodes because I have some time to do it. That's not always going to be the case. But I know darn well that I'm not going to be able to produce this story the way that I want to or at the pace I would like to by only producing one episode per week. So one episode per week is kind of my minimum, all right? But my hope is that as extra time comes available, if I have any time on the weekends and stuff like that, I'll use those spare moments to work on additional content so we can keep the story moving forward at a good clip. I think that not only helps to propel the story forward and you know, keep the momentum, but it also keeps me interested in the character and all the things that are going on. One of the things that I am absolutely, abundantly aware of is my tendency as a person to want to go to whatever is new and shiny. That is why I produce stories in the way that I do. I will get very hot on a story for a while, and it's really, really like imperative that if I've got a story to tell, I focus on it like a laser, and I push the content out as fast as my schedule allows. Now that also means, however, I got to be disciplined. This is my life we're talking about. I have to be reasonable as well, so it's always kind of a balancing act, And there are a lot of reasons for that. Everybody's got work and family life concerns. I do just like everybody else, and I have to make sure that whatever I'm doing is well balanced. But at the same time, I want to produce great stories, and I know very, very well my tendency to lose interest if I wait, if I don't strike while the idea is hot. Man, ideas will go away and I'll move on to the next shiny thing. So for those of you who aren't aware, ADD is a factor in my life that I deal with, and I have built aspects of my life around helping me manage that. It is both a blessing and a curse. It is something that can be a huge advantage to me at times, allowing me to get these great productive moments of hyper focus where lots and lots of things get done. But it can also be a distraction, and it can also draw me from one thing to the next, causing me to not complete things or to lose interest in things. So I'm always, trying to be aware of that. So that's kind of why I produce these stories the way that I do. Bursts of activity where lots of videos will come out. So I'm just going to try to be consistent with at least one per week and then produce bonus episodes whenever I can. All right, we're back. Tell you what. Let's see if we can save some bolts, but let's do ourselves a favor. Let's see what we've got here that might help us out. Let's use a poison. There we go. Okay, now we've not come in this door before. All right, got bit. Got bit, but we killed him. The poison's doing its job. Okay, this is Plaza Sewers. Let's have a quick look. Okan is always kind of taking inventory. Of his surroundings. Forlorn catacombs. Let's talk to this guy. See what we can find out.
Take a look.
Ooh, look at... He's got curare. Oh, it's expensive, though. Oh, he's got great poisons down here. All right, let's see if we can sell him some stuff here. Draught of the Warrior. Draft of the Warrior. I'm sorry for those of you who are offended by my pronunciation of that, because I know there will be some. Let's sell what we can. Yeah. I'm going to sell the stamina, the magicka. We'll sell him the skooma. This is good to find him down here because one of the things that is interesting about Sky Toxin is that Sky Toxin, the really good, high-powered poisons are not poisons that we can make on our own. It only applies to the random poisons that you find in the game world. So if we want the good stuff, the really good stuff, then we got to buy it. We got to buy it or we got to find it randomly.
All right then.
So knowing this guy is down here and he's got some potent poisons we can get our hands on, that is really good. It is really good. Okay, let's continue on our way here. Let's try the plaza sewers, see if this gets us closer to where we need to be. Palace Underworks. No. Hey, doggy. Good dog. Good dog. Okay, that's where we came in. This one. Windhelm, but we don't know where, so that's not particularly helpful. Hello there.
Yes?
All right.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. All right, then.
Always a good move for us to pay off the people down here, to deal with them, to get to know them. Okay, here we go. Grey Quarter. That's where we want to go. All right. Now we're going to be in familiar territory, right? Yes, this is the reservoir. We've been here before. Okay, we're close to home. All right, so we got some things to do here. We're going to come back to our home, gather up some supplies. We've got some things that we need to pull together because we've got to start talking to people here in Windhelm. So we're going to kind of get ourselves situated at home. Then we're going to go to the White Phial. We're going to start talking to people and see what we can find out about this Brynjolf. Is he saluting us? All right, well, he saw us come up out of here, but he's drunk out of his mind. So let's not worry about it. So it's quick climb up the stairs here, and we are home. We'll get some rest. We'll pull together any things that we want to sell. We'll hit the town. We'll talk to some of our contacts and see what we can learn. That will be the plan.
Farm work is hard work. It's good to relax when I can, but I still have to listen to my brothers harping about injustices.
There are injustices. Okay. Well, we will go to the White Phial in the morning. We'll return this thing, see if we can get any money for it despite its condition, and then see what we can find out. But first, let's get some rest. Do 8 hours. All right. Since we're back at the homestead, we're going to focus primarily on speechcraft and alchemy. All right. We're also going to change clothes. Try to do our best to look like an average person, I guess. Okay, and we've got lots of rings and different things that we can sell also, which I think is great. Maybe we can offload some of that stuff as well. All right. There we go. That's our kicking around town look. Ugh. The cupboards are virtually bare. Maybe we'll stop in at Candlehearth again, too, and see if there's anything there we can stock up on for food. All right. Let's go talk to the alchemist.
Nurelion is in failing health, and as his illness has progressed, so has his tendency to be belligerent. It has gotten to the point that, despite our many transactions over the last year, he speaks to me as though I'm a stranger and lectures me constantly, causing me to flee the shop out of annoyance.
How must you bother me now? I've almost figured out where it is.
Actually, yes, I must bother you now. I've brought you the phial, but it's damaged.
This, it matches every description of the phial that I've found in lore. But if it can't hold liquid, there's no way of knowing. How did you manage to damage it then? This is what I get for not retrieving it myself.
It was like this when I found it.
Figures. I doubt you have sufficient knowledge to harm the phial, even if you wanted to. Either way, this is the end of it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm not quite in the mood to entertain guests. I trust you can show yourself out. Here's for your trouble.
5 septims. He must be joking. Five septims for defeating Coromio. Ridiculous.
I want to thank you for your help. I know my master can be a bit short at times.
Your master gave me 5 septims for my trouble, you understand?
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Even though the phial was damaged, I still think your efforts deserve reward. Now, if you'll pardon me, I'm going to tend to Nurelion. I can make his final days a bit less painful.
I don't know how you do it. As I left the shop, his apprentice Quintus slipped me a note, a bottle. He said nothing, but, judging by the expression on his otherwise placid face, he was very distressed. I half expected his note to announce an impending death, the death of his patron. I don't know how he suffers the abuse day in and day out. However, the letter was not at all what I expected.
I'm the cook up at Candle.
O Khan, I purchased the contents of this bottle on the promise that it would deliver certain stamina-enhancing effects. However, it has been very disappointing. In fact, I have found it has almost no effect at all, other than to make me sleepy. You are more experienced in these things than I. Can you analyze this substance and tell me what it is? I'm fairly certain I have been cheated. Many thanks, Quintus. I do not know this Quintus very well. In the last year, most of my dealings have been with Nurelion, but I suspect that I may be dealing with the apprentice more as the old man's health continues to fail. In light of this fact, I decided to help him with his problem. I have been blessed with a finely tuned palate. In the last year, I have learned just how finely tuned it is. In my work here in Windhelm, I've come to realize that my abilities rise far beyond those around me. For years, I had assumed that everyone experienced flavors in the manner I do. Now I've come to see that is not the case, and I have made it my business to make a mental catalog of my taste experiences, sampling everything from herbs to mushrooms and all types of food and drink, anything I can get my hands on. The day may come when this ability to discern flavors saves my life. Upon arriving home, I sat down at the table with a resist poison potion at the ready. I closed my eyes and took a small sip from the flask. As the flavors exploded in my mouth, I detected mead, snowberry, and something else quite subtle. I tasted the faint notes of garlic, lavender, and perhaps torchbug. All of these things I know to be ingredients in stamina tonics, but they were so diluted as to be virtually inert. As an alchemist, I have tasted many abhorrent things in my life. The substances we craft are created for effect, not for flavor, so a certain amount of mouth torture is expected. However, this stuff truly kicked the gag reflex. The base of the liquid was clearly mead, but judging by the bitter flavor, a batch that had gone terribly wrong. The vinegar mead created a tingling sensation when swallowed, but the odor and color was being masked with crushed snowberry. I suspect a stamina potion of some sort had been added, but the notes were so faint it was clear it had been evenly distributed between many bottles of this swill. The overall experience would give the untrained palate the false impression that something was happening, but the lift in libido would be short-lived as the alcoholic effects of the concoction overwhelmed the senses. Not only was this elixir trash, it was quite possibly dangerous.
I understand what potions do, but I don't always understand how they do it.
I returned to the shop the following day, and Quintus was beside himself, agitated that he had apparently spent a goodly sum of Nurelion's money on a case of this false elixir. It was when I pressed him for the source that things became very interesting. He claimed the concoction was known as Falmer Blood Elixir, and that he had purchased the case from a man in Riften, a man named Brynjolf. It would seem that Quintus was somehow convinced this foul brew would allow him to make love like a saber cat. For what purpose, I do not wish to know. Quintus offered to pay me a small sum for the work, but I refused it. He'd already unwittingly paid me in invaluable information. My next move was clear. I needed to travel to Riften to meet a charlatan.
All right, so now we know where Brynjolf is, and that means we have a trip to Riften in our future. So with that in mind, we have to run a few errands while the stores are still open. We're going to get ourselves some food. We're going to sell off some wares. Perhaps if we can afford it. Stock up on some poisons. Some of the poisons of the variety that we can't make ourselves yet.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. Make it quick.
All right.
All my goods are legitimate, which is more than I can say for some.
Of course they are. I never doubted you, my friend.
Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
All right, what do we have that we can sell, first of all? All right, we've got lots of jewelry we can get rid of. So let's get rid of these. Whoa. We tapped him out quick, but that is okay. Let's go through his inventory and see if there's anything we can buy. No potions we can use. Necklace of Alchemy. That's a good find, isn't it? That is a very good find. And a ring of distillation. We've already got distillation. Boy, these are all good. Alchemy, deft hands, sneaking. Wow. Ultimately, what we need is more powerful potions, however. Let's buy that. That is good. All right, now let's continue to sell and see if we can make back some of that. Okay. So this Necklace of Alchemy is going to give us plus 15% on potions. We can couple that with this circlet, which is giving us plus 17%. That's a nice little bump in damage or power, depending on how you want to look at it. All right. Scroll. We can sell this scroll. Don't need it. Nothing to sell there. All right. We've got a bunch of miscellaneous stuff kind of weighing us down. Let's get rid of that. Painting. Plate. Sell off. Silver ingots. Small animal bones. We're going to keep the steel ingots. I don't believe we're in a position yet where we could make our own crossbow bolts. So we're going to have to use them sparingly. We'll have to have some kind of minimal investment in steel smithing in order to make our own crossbow bolts. But we'll save the materials so that when we get there, we're ready to go. I think that's all we can do
Do
here.
come again. Need something?
All right. This is good. All right, so quick look. Where are we at for money? All right, almost 2,000 septums. That's not too bad. We've gotten rid of everything that we can by way of enchanting. So nothing else we can get rid of there.
I made my fortune as a seeker, but now I'm retired.
However, we can go and take a look to see what some of these other vendors have.
Like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Honestly, what I should do is check with our friends at the White Phial to see what they've got for poisons.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away. My master can be a bit short-tempered, but I've learned so much from him.
What have you got for sale?
Take a look.
All right. Stamina damage, not really what I'm looking for. Okay. Wow, look at that. $900 per dose. So expensive. We're going to have to do what we can to make, you know, our own potions, obviously. And then hopefully we'll find some of these things out there as we're adventuring. Okay, B. Now I'm kind of going through... Ooh, a briar heart. How much? 58. Going through his inventory of ingredients. A Daedra heart. Ooh, that's kind of expensive, though. And looking for ingredients that I don't know the properties to yet. Now, remember that Okan has a talent for understanding what different effects ingredients yield because of his refined palate. So
I'd better get going.
it's good for us to kind of do a little research whenever possible and try to bone up on what some of these things are, so when you find them in the wild, we know what they're going to be good for. We will go down that list momentarily.
travel more, but who wants to deal with all the soldiers these days? Take a look.
All ripe and ready for your table.
Holy cow. Trains the target's magicka by 80 points per second for 23 seconds. Drains the target's health 4 points per second for 23 seconds. Target is 100% weaker to magic for 138 seconds. But look at that. It's a 5,000 septim potion or poison. So, yeah, there's definitely a trade-off for sure. This is what we sold her earlier. Okay. All right. Small tent and a bedroll. We can actually use that. Fur tent, so we'll take that. And a cooking pot. That's good for us as well. We'll definitely use those.
Thank you.
We are getting ready to go on a trek now. And because Okan is not super familiar with the territory, we'll be traveling primarily via road. So it'll be a little bit longer trip to Riften that way than if we were to take some of the shortcuts and trails through the wilderness. All right, let's stop off and get some food.
Come on in. We've got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Listen, I should like to buy some food, please.
Got some fresh... Those dark elf refugees will take over this city if we aren't careful.
I seriously doubt that. What have you got for sale?
Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
Okay. So I think what we're looking for are things that are going to travel well. I like the idea of some dumplings. And I think our guy here, he's a vegetable guy. So I think that works well for us. Let's consider the leeks for sure. Tostada, some stew. I'm just going to grab a few different things here. Bread.
Have you heard any rumors lately?
Have you seen that shrine of Azura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see.
Yes, no doubt. Let's refill the water.
Of course.
Very good.
Enjoy your stay, and don't break nothing.
Certainly, thank you.
Need something?
Seeing a good tavern brawl might be just the thing to lift my spirits.
All right, we've got a level coming. Let's go ahead and invest. Health, of course. That's where we want to go. Health. All right. Alchemy. Let's take a look at what our options are here. Alkahest. Your potions are highly corrosive, enabling you to ignore 40% of the armor rating for an affected target for their duration. All right, that is going to make our poisons more deadly, which is always good. The Alchemist Cookbook, we're not quite there yet. So Alkahest would be a good investment for us, certainly. Let's take a look at our other options. Sneak. All right, we've got Assassin's Blade, so backstab definitely would be good. 25% more damage with daggers, striking a target from behind. If the target is at full health, this is a critical strike and deals 3 times critical damage. Holy cow. That would be good. Dynamic entry would be fun, an additional 40%. Let's see, performing a silent roll increases your weapon damage by 40%. And that is regardless of whether or not we have surprise. So dynamic entry would be a good one just for knife fighting. Now the other place that we know we want to start investing is in pickpocket. And I'm going to use 1 point to get us down that road. All right, now we've got another one to spend. So let's go into sneak and let's do dynamic entry. I like that idea a lot. The other thing we're going to do while we're here is we are going to talk to a local contact who may be actually able to help us on our journey towards becoming a better pickpocket. Let's see if we can figure out how much it would cost to learn from a master.
Hold it there. Keep your distance.
What happened here?
Another girl killed. This is Susanna from Candlehearth Hall. Served me a drink just a few nights ago, but I can't say I knew her.
Another? This has happened before?
Susanna's the third. It's always the same. Young girl killed at night, body torn up.
Why have I not heard of this? Are the murders being investigated?
We're stretched thin as it is with the war. Nobody has the time to spend on this. Not pleasant, but it's the truth.
That's too bad.
Until next time.
Always sad when someone has to die.
Hold it there. Keep your distance.
Another one. Terrible.
Up to no good, are we?
Of course.
I'll teach you, but it'll cost you.
Okay, let's have a look. Ooh, that is expensive. Good investment, though.
The divine smile on a charitable soul.
I think sometimes more importantly than the actual levels in the training are kind of what they symbolize in a way, right? It's his investment of time and effort in trying to prepare himself for what is to come. So he knows that this is a skill that is going to be essential in the success of his mission. So he's taking the opportunity to learn a bit more while he has the opportunity. It's not going to come along very often because things are going to start getting very busy for us very quickly. So, good investment now. All right, let's head back. Let's get some sleep, and we will head on our way for Riften in the morning and see what we can learn about Brynjolf. We've got a name, we've got a place. We're moving forward.
What everyone is saying. That Aventus Aretino is doing the Black Sacrament, trying to summon the Dark Brotherhood?
Oh, Grimvar. Always with the nonsense. No, of course not. Those are just tales.
Fine. Then I'll invite him out to play. He lives right there. I'm going to knock on his door.
No, child. Wait! That boy, that house, they are cursed.
Ha! Then I'm right. I knew it. He's trying to have somebody killed.
All right. I won't deny it, child. What you heard is true. But Aventus Aretino walks a dark path. His actions can lead only to ruin. Now, enough. We will speak no more of this. I am the only friend you need.
The Dark Brotherhood. So it's true. And this is the lad's house. Perhaps this is an opportunity.
Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. So very tired. Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. Please, how long must I do this? I keep praying, Night Mother. Why won't you answer me? Please, how long must I do this? I keep praying, Night Mother. Why won't you answer me? Finally! My prayers have been answered!
Are you all right, son?
It worked! I knew you'd come! I just knew it! I did the Black Sacrament over and over with the body and the things, and then you came! An assassin from the Dark Brotherhood!
Yes, of course. The Black Sacrament.
It took so long. So very long. But now that you're here, you can accept my contract.
Contract, yes. Tell me about it.
My mother, she died. I'm all alone now. So they sent me to that terrible orphanage in Riften, Honor Hall. The headmistress is an evil, cruel woman. They call her Grella the Kind. But she's not kind. She's terrible to all of us. So I ran away and came home and performed the Black Sacrament. Now you're here, and you could kill Grella the Kind.
I see.
Sorry. To be honest, I'm kind of lonely here. As much as I hated getting sent to Honor Hall, I really miss my friends there.
Perhaps you should make some new friends.
Broad is the headmistress of Honor Hall Orphanage, but not for long.
We shall see. I find it amazing how there are times when life simply drops opportunity in your lap. This is now 2 opportunities in as many days.
Trouble?
Oh no, no trouble. Everything is quite good, actually. The Dark Brotherhood. I take this contract, I get their attention, right? It's a gambit, sure. A dangerous one. But an opportunity. An open door.